a mistake like that. Huh? I thought you said you didn't know that much about him. Oh. I just sort of felt that way somehow. It appears she is hiding something from us. Oh, great. I wonder, will she be the suspect? Or will she be the person that did it for both? That'll be interesting. Miss Hall, did you take this photograph yourself? Yes. I took it with this instant camera. It develops pictures instantly. It's one of my greatest treasures. Hold the phone. Isn't that what Ray was using? It's what he took a picture of Edgeworth with. Wow. I would love to see it in action. Well then, why don't we take a picture right now? Yay! Let's have our picture taken, Mr. Edgeworth. Sure, I don't mind. I'm confident in my hairstyle today. Alright, I'm taking the picture. Say cheese! Here, it's developed. A present from me to you, Monsieur Shields. Oh, let's see it. Wow, thank you so much. That's such a great camera. It's the only camera in this mansion. Unfortunately, its convenience comes at a cost. There are no negatives. No negatives? Huh. Is this the same camera Mr. Master used during the contest? Yes, you are well informed. While he made his desserts, Monsieur Master photographed his work. After that, he took photos of all the other competitors' works. Was he taking photos at the time the body was found? The body was discovered during the judging, was it not? Monsieur Master intended to take photos of everyone's rooms, but after he photographed Gustavia's room, he ran out of film. Monsieur Master asked me to change the film in the camera. It seemed the film he prepared in advance wasn't enough. There wasn't enough film. It seems the number of photos he took didn't match up with the amount of film remaining. Well, he told me himself it might have been just a mistake though. Was it really just a mistake? I retrieved more film from the main building and I went back to the fountain patio. And it was then that I heard I heard the sound of something breaking in Monsieur Master's room. Monsieur Master, are you in here? That's when she finds the body. Eek! And that's when I found Monsieur Dover's body in Monsieur Master's room. I keep switching between Monsieur and Monsieur. It was so terrible, I was really shaken up. Before I spoke to anyone else, I called the police. This camera, I've kept it with me ever since. I see. If it's alright with you, would you mind lending me your camera in that photo? Sure, I don't mind at all. Here you go. Thank you very much. Hey! Instant camera added to the clock record, develops photos instantly, has a capacity for 20 photos, but there is only film for 3 more. So Dover's Sherbet Salon. Oh, look who it is. I really love Be It Bad's theme. It's such a good one. Detective Bad, Miss Delicious. Is the investigation over already? Ah, I can see Manfred. More so I can see his lower half. He said he had no more use for me and kicked me out. Manny, that meanie. What a rude thing to say. It was probably to ensure that you wouldn't eat any more of the crime scene. So, Detective Bad, did you get kicked out too? It seems Von Karma thought I was getting in the way. He won't let me investigate. Why would he prohibit his own detective from investigating? You mean Von Karma stood right there? Oh, he ain't now. But we know just about all there is to know about the crime scene. I fucking love this song. So good. Right now he's talking to Gustavia in Dover's room. Why does he need to speak to Mr. Gustavia? We heard from Hall that Gustavia was seen entering the victim's room. Mr. Gustavia? Yes, I saw him entering Dover's room, and it seemed like he was trying to avoid being seen. Although I have no idea what he did in there. He is currently under suspicion for melting Dover's sherbet. Just why did Mr. Gustavia enter that room? I also have a photo of Dover's room here, if you need it. I'll let you take a look at it. Hmm? Eh? What? Why would you do that for us? You still don't get it, kid. I'm saying I want to help you guys, in order to discover the truth of this case. Detective Bad. Is that alright, Detective Bad? Won't Von Karma chew you out again? I have no intention of becoming Von Karma's lapdog. If he won't let me investigate, I'll just do as I like. Getting tied up in stupid rules will only blind you to the truth. Isn't that right, Attorney Edgeworth? Of course, Detective Bad. I thank you. Wow. Detective Bad is quite a badass, it would seem. This is amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Now we've got Detective Bad on our side. Look at the starry eyes. I don't really get what's going on, but I'm glad you boys are all friends now. I'm grateful that he'll lend us his strength. Well then, can we see the photo now? Right. Right, what am I looking at? I can see the wires. This is the current state of Dover's room. Wow. The sherbet is completely melted. The room is drenched in a light blue liquid. We should compare this with the photo Miss Hall took. Did the sherbet melt because the power cord was pulled out? I was wondering why that moved up to the top of the screen. It's because the text box would have been covering the power cord. Yeah, because it was pulled. All of the refrigerated glass cases lost power completely. Looks like all the power cords were connected to one socket. Do you have any idea when this cord was pulled out? No, it's still under investigation at the moment. What a waste of beautiful sherbet. Honestly, had I known it would end up like this, I would have eaten even more of the stuff. Did Mr. Dover's sherbet taste that good? Oh yes, his sherbet was most delicious. Really? I wish I could have eaten some too. But there was one piece that was so salty I couldn't eat it. Salty? It's right here in this photo. It was a part of that lyre. Oh. That's the lyre from the Gemini constellation. Ah, you snuck a bite from the lyre. That's why the strings are missing. Is that fee? Fi? Fee, fi, for fun. I could never have eaten that much. It was way too salty. So, Delicia's testimony, Dover's sherbet was most delicious, but the lyre part was very salty. One part of the sherbet tasted different. That's rather curious. Did someone other than her also take a bite out of it? Did you notice anything else? Now that you mention it, I see sherbet sculptures had these strange markings on them. They had 2 letters carved into them. Wait a minute. There, it looks something like this. PH. I've seen that. An alphabet signature. It can't be. Yeah, I saw that on the bottom of this. Was it this? No, it wasn't the bottom of that. It was the bottom of the lamp. Yeah. There. It's that. PH. But it was on the bottom of this. I called it a lamp. It's a teapot. There it is. Whoosh. Yeah, there we go. It says PH. Yeah, I've already read that, so I don't need to read it again. Okay. An alphabet signature. It can't be. I knew it. I just knew that Monsieur Dover had made this lyre. He isn't one to make mistakes in his sculptures, after all. Miss Hall, it's been troubling me for a while, but... Do you know something about Mr. Dover? Huh? Why would I know something about Monsieur Dover? Man, you're sweating an awful lot. Sheesh. You seem quite attached to Mr. Dover's handiwork. That's just because his sculptures are such great works of art. No, I believe his works are very special to you in particular. How do you know that? There's a piece of evidence that we believe belongs to Mr. Dover. And it happens to share a common feature with another piece of evidence. But please show me. I have no idea what you're talking about. Which 2 pieces of evidence share something in common? 2 pieces of evidence that point to Mr. Dover. Let's start by presenting the first one. Okay, the signet crest. Fucking hell, that was loud. Take that! And now the second piece of evidence, which shares a common feature, is the teapot. Take that. Yes. Delicia saw 2 letters of the alphabet. They were probably used as Mr. Dover's signature. just as an artist would sign their name on their works. Right. Oh, I remember now. Icy Sherbet sculptures had PH carved into them, I'm sure of it. PH. Those aren't Isaac Dover's initials. Not initials, though. No, but we found this seal at the scene of the crime. It had probably fallen out of the late Mr. Dover's pocket. If you had pressed this seal into something, it would mark the letters PH. Also, the very same PH symbol is engraved into this teapot. The same symbol. This teapot was made by the sculptor Pierre Houquet. Or Houquet. In other words, this PH is the signature of Pierre Houquet. Houquet. Okay? There we go. Miss Hall, you know about the signature all too well, don't you? Yes. Monsieur Houquet's works always bear that signature. Since he never shows himself in public, his signature is used to identify his works. So Isaac Dover... No way, are you saying Pierre Houquet is... It seems Detective Baird has also realised Isaac Dover's true identity. Ah. To Miss Hall, Mr. Dover was no ordinary pastry chef. That's because his true identity was... a sculptor. Not a fan of sculptures. Sculptor. That's right. Mr. Dover's true identity was the sculptor Pierre Houquet. What? Mr. Dover was a sculptor? Things like signatures can be faked. If you have the original designs, can you really use that as proof that he was a sculptor? No, but what's important here is that Miss Hall thought he was. As for proving his real identity, I'll leave that to the police. I get it. I'll have the boys check up on it. As he just disappears into oblivion. As I expected from you, Gregory Edgeworth. You knew Mr. Dover's real identity all along, didn't you? Yes. When I discovered the body, I noticed the seal. I knew from that moment he was Pierre Houquet, the man I greatly admired. Thinking that this would be his final posthumous work, I just couldn't sit still. So that's why you entered Dover's room. Huh? What did you say? Then when exactly did you take this photo of Dover's room? That was... Perhaps this was taken during the judging. You said you took it. That's strange. I thought you said the camera ran out of film during the judging. Also that. Before Mr. Master entered Dover's room, you were the one in possession of the camera. Wasn't that why you were able to take the photo when you discovered the body? Yes, that's right. The only photos you took with the new film were of Dover's room and the body. If that's the case, a new contradiction comes to light. Another one? The piece of evidence that contradicts the two photos Miss Hall took is the fact that there's enough space for 3 pictures. There's only film for 3 more. Yeah. That is my instant camera. You've already handed the photos of Dover's room and the body to myself and the police. That reminds me, didn't you also take a photo of me and Mr. Edgeworth just now? So that's 3. The film used in this camera can take up to 20 photos, so that'd be 3. However, this camera only has 3 photos left. Oh! Okay, what we're pressing on is the fact there's only 3 photos left, which means there's 14? What's that? Yeah, that would be 14. 14 pictures that are unaccounted for. Which leaves 14... Oh wow. Literally what I just said. Leaves 14 photos unaccounted for. Exactly what were they used to photograph? Please show us all the photos you took. We will be able to discern your actions from these photos. I'm so sorry. I have told a terrible lie. Huh? Don't tell me. All the remaining shots are of Isaac Dover's room. My deepest apologies. It seems they are all shots of the ice sculptures from various angles. So when these were taken, the sculptures had not melted yet. But that means the one who caused them to melt was you. Yes, I'm positive that I melted them. You are positive? I am an aficionado of the sculptor Pierre Houquet sounds better. Who is actually Monsieur Dover. Before the authorities could defile his final masterpieces during their investigation, I thought I should preserve them through photographs. Hence, I entered his room. In that case, why did all the ice melt? It's probably because, as I was taking the pictures, I became entranced with his works. And it seems that my foot accidentally got caught in the power cord, unplugging it. Accidentally, you say? I did not notice the power cord at the time. I would never have imagined that I would be the cause of the sculptures melting. Could the truth really be that simple? However, I cannot say with certainty that she is lying. I'm so sorry to have caused you all so much trouble. As long as you are telling the truth, there's no need to apologize. That's right. Don't sweat it, Kate. Thank you very much. Edgeworth, here, take this picture. Do what you want with it. 2 photos received from Kate in bed. Touch the check button for details. Oh, right. It wasn't Von Karma. The person I could see was not security guard. It was part of the police. You meddling fools still haven't given up yet, have you? No matter how long you wait, I have no intention of allowing a defense attorney to investigate. No matter. If we can't investigate, we'll find the truth through some other method. Always ready with a comeback. Well, do try your best. Excuse me, Monsieur Von Karma? The truth is, it was I who melted the ice sculptures in Monsieur Dover's room. What? What's the meaning of this, you clod? I am truly sorry. Both to you and Monsieur Gustavia. Do not be concerned about me. Sir Von Karma has already recognised that I had no hand in this act. That reminds me. Why did you enter Mr. Dover's room, Mr. Gustavia? Well, that was because... Of course he won't let me say. Or won't let him say. Silence ignoramus. You are not to give that attorney the tiniest hint of information. Catherine Hall, you are coming with me. You are under suspicion of being complicit in the murder. No. I shall be interrogating you personally. You best prepare yourself. Very well. Please wait. I still have some questions I want to ask her. I do not care for your sorry plight in the least. Ugh. Bad Gustavia. And while I'm at it, you as well, Scones. I have plenty of questions for you all. Understood. Fee, while I'm at it, he says, the nerve. Oh well, they're all leaving. Bye bye bye. He just took everyone away with him. Yeah. Even if we stay here, I don't think we'll be able to investigate any further today. Let's take our leave for now. It has already grown rather late. I hope the snow has stopped by now. Sounds good. Is he hungry by any chance? I'm starving anyway. Let's stop somewhere for hamburgers then, before my stomach joins the chorus. You can't fight on an empty stomach after all. We'll need to report back to Mr. Master with our findings first thing tomorrow. Alright. Bum 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 boom. Alrighty. I'm not actually sure how long this last, not last part, but this part will take. But I might just do these 3 and then call it a session. Actually, it depends how long I've been going. Because I could always just do the rest of the case. That might be one hell of a session, though. It's hard to say. We'll see. Either way, let's go! Huh? What are you doing here, Kate? Monsieur Shields, and Monsieur Edgeworth. Let me to apologise once again for all the trouble I caused you yesterday. God. I caused you yesterday. Oh, Miss Hall looks a bit tired. Has Von Karma finished interrogating you? Yes, aside from what happened to the ice sculptures. I was not at fault for anything else. Are you also here to meet with Master Jeff, Kate? Yes, I am worried about how he is holding up. Hmm? Detective Bad, why are you here? I just happened to be here. I'll be heading to the crime scene soon. I don't think this is a place that people happen to be, though. Oh god. Hello. What happened? Why is his hair white? Master Jeff, what happened to you? Oh no, Monsieur Master, why do you look so poor? Or was that poorly? I didn't quite read it right. I didn't get much sleep last night. The tribulation known as questioning was rather harsh. I'm just a little exhausted. They didn't let you sleep? Even for an interrogation, that's going too far. Detective Bad. The detective in charge of the initial investigation was also in charge of the interrogation. I don't like Von Karma's methods, but this was all I could do. Oh. He was the one who brought me here. It seems I was supposed to be interrogated for a little bit longer, though. It seems that Detective Bad is looking out for Mr. Master in his own way. Jeez. Goddamn. So, shall we inform Mr. Master about what happened yesterday? Raymond? Yes, sir. I got all my memos right here. Mr. Master, we would like to inform you about yesterday's investigation. Yes, thank you very much. Please, go ahead. Master Jeff, it's almost like your spirit's gone. Ah, my sugar levels are low, so I might not seem like my usual energetic self. Monsieur Master, do we have anything that can give his spirit and his glucose a boost? We do indeed. Wait, so if I present... I'm assuming I won't get much out of him in his current state. There we go. Have a chocolate. Oh, those chocolates. Are you giving them to me? Ah, those chocolates are... If possible, I would like to give them to you immediately. But it's against the rules to give anything to the suspects in the detention centre. I see. Regrettably, if those are the rules, then there's nothing we can do about it. Come on, Detective Bad, help us out. Are you sure there's no way we can give them to him? Detective Bad, looks like he noticed what we're trying to ask of him. I'll inspect the chocolates, and if there are no problems, I'll think about it. Detective Bad, thank you very much. Alright, I knew we could count on you, Detective Bad. I am truly in your debt. Wait right here. Really? I have to investigate the chocolates. They're fine. Take it. Thank you very much. Not a word to anyone else. It would cause problems for me later. Yes, of course. I apologize for making you go through so much trouble. Now I shall partake in eating these delicious delights at once. I'm sorry for asking you to do something so dangerous, Detective Bad. I only did what I wanted to do. Why can't you just be honest here, Detective? Oh, how sweet. It's like I've come back to life. Oh, did Kate make these chocolates? Yes, sir, I did. How does it taste? Does his hair go back to being brown? Oh, for fuck's sake, really? Melts in your mouth. Not in your hand. Sweet chocolates. Melting in my mouth. So sweet, so divine. Does his hair go back to brown? Oh no, not quite. I was waiting for that to happen. That'd been funny. Thank you for the tasty treat. Oh, they're a bit misshapen, but so sweet and delicious. Thank you. I still don't get the... Like, why is a misshapen sweet a bad thing? Who the fuck cares? As long as it tastes good, who cares? The shape of the bloody thing. I'm so glad that you enjoyed it. And above all, it helped you regain your spirit. Thank you for your concern. The food they serve here has been absolutely tasteless. And combined with the lack of sleep, I was thoroughly exhausted. Is the food here that bad? Just salt, beef and stew. Your average prison fare. That is odd. I really could not taste anything. Whatever. I'm about to head out. To the crime scene. Please wait, Detective Bad. Can you give us any new information? Yeah, I think I can. We've identified the victim. Just as you said, Isaac Dover was a sculptor who worked in France. It seems he went by the name Pierre Hakari. Isaac Dover was Pierre Hakari? How could that be? Monsieur Pierre Hakari. So Pierre Hakari wasn't actually French, huh? Which is likely why he never showed himself in public while he worked under that name. The Zodiac sculptures. They were his masterpieces, it seems. Although they will remain forever unfinished. Unfinished? Even though they were his masterpieces? It seems he worked on them by season. Once he finished the remaining winter constellations, his work would be done. Huh? The winter constellations are Taurus and Gemini, right? So those ice sculptures were his final pieces. It's heartbreaking that they melted. I cannot apologize enough. Oh no, I wasn't blaming you or anything. Also, Dover was infamous for being greedy. He would charge hundreds of thousands just to make a single sculpture. It seemed like he always had money troubles. The murder might be related to that, but it's still under investigation. So he had money problems even though he was a famous artist. Do you know why he entered a dessert contest? Not yet. He kept it a secret, even from his family. I see. It's time. I'm bringing in the replacement guard. I can't hang around here any longer than I have. Yes, I understand. Let's meet again later. See you later, Detective Bad. That detective is a kind soul. Indeed. He never strays from his own beliefs. He truly has a strong will. But he's pretty scary when you first meet him. I see. Could you tell me everything that happened yesterday? Of course. Allow me to give you a report of our investigation. Oh yeah. So this is what happened. I am sorry for the trouble Kate has caused you. I am truly very sorry. You have no need to worry so long as you have told the truth, Miss Hall. Mr. Master, would you mind if I asked you a few questions as well? Yes, I shall divulge all that I know. Contestants. Please tell us about the other 3 contestants in the final round of your contest. Let's see. Miss Delicious's desserts had a fantastic design, however, she broke the rules so I could not recognize her as the winner. Up until the semi-finals, Mr. Costabia's flavours and design were to my liking. Unfortunately, both the taste and appearance of his finals entry left much to be desired, and there was something strange about his dessert in the semi-finals. Something strange? Both Mr. Costabia's and Mr. Dover's desserts had the exact same taste. They had different designs, but in terms of taste, it was like eating the same thing. What did they look like? Ah, there should be a picture of them at my mansion. Please allow me to show you later. Certainly, thank you very much. And then there was Mr. Dover's sherbet sculptures. Oh, they were absolutely heavenly. Did you have a chance to taste his creations? If I recall correctly, his body was discovered in the middle of judging. Yes, but I was not informed of this until after the judging had finished. Since he was not present in the room, I helped myself to a piece of his edible lyre. It was fantastically delicious. I was so moved I broke into song. Wait a moment, please. Did you say the lyre was delicious? Could you please give us a little more detail about that? Okay. Didn't Miss Delicious... Oh, Delicia. Didn't she say it was salty? I could have sworn she said it was salty. So you ate the lyre from the sculpture in Mr. Dover's room, correct? Yes, the one that was in the same glass case as the Gemini sculpture. Please, have a look at this picture, Mr. Master. Did you eat from this lyre that's missing the strings? Yes, that lyre originally had strings. However, I ate them all, resulting in what you see here in this picture. Okay. Wait, so what the hell did Miss Delicious eat? Actually, wait, we don't even know that she ate strings, do we? We just know that part of it tasted salty. So the strings on the lyre were missing because he ate them. Actually, Delicia ate part of the same lyre that you did. Oh, no, there we go. However, she said that it was so salty that she could not eat it. You don't say. That means there might be a problem with my sense of taste after all. A problem with your sense of taste? How so? There's a taste disorder called... what? Hypogeusia. Gozia? Whatever. In which you lose the ability to taste salt. Perhaps I have contracted this illness. I just never realised it since I eat nothing but sweets. However, I now know with certainty. So that's why he couldn't tell that the food they served here tasted like... Oh! Because it was salt beef and stew. Or salt beef stew. Either way, that makes sense. Okay. No, for a pastry chef to lose their sense of taste is fatal. Even if there is a treatment for taste impairment, there isn't a cure for it yet. But it's probably best that you let the police know so you can receive a medical examination. No, that won't be necessary. There is a recipe in Room Engine specifically for making the cure. A recipe for a drug that will cure your taste impairment.